Hello, my Squirrel Tribe 2.0. How's everybody doing? It is hump day, my dudes. It is Wednesday. I lose what day of the week it is. Tomorrow's Thursday, last day of school for the kids, so today is hump day. I hope everybody's having a fabulous hump day. Listen, before we get into this, I want to, it's a little sad news. This is definitely sad news. It's one of those sad news though that I share the sad news, but I'm not personally emotionally affected by it, which I don't know if that makes me like a weird person or not, but probably not because I've never met the person. But Tina Turner passed away today. She's 83 years old. She passed away. They said she passed away peacefully in her home near Zurich, Switzerland, right? That's where, Zurich, Switzerland. She was battling a long time illness, but they didn't say exactly what it was. Sorry, my nose itches now. Battling a long illness. Passed away. She, most people are going to know who Tina Turner is. If nothing else, you'll know her because her legs were, insured for $1 million each. $1 million per leg. Can you even imagine having legs that are literally worth $1 million each? But she had some fantastic legs for, even in her 80s, she still had fantastic legs. Anyway, she did, What's Love Got to Do With It? Proud Mary. I do love that song, Proud Mary. Her and, Tina and Ike, believe Ike was the abusive one, which when I was growing up, it was weird hearing about a famous couple where one was abusive to the other one. And it was like, I feel like when abuse happens, the splitting up should occur. But when I was younger, I never really looked into how it all went because the internet wasn't as internet-y back then as it is today. So there's a lot more information now. There's even a Tina and Ike movie out somewhere. I've never seen it, but now, obviously, I'm sure if it's on Netflix, they're about to get an influx of viewers since her passing today, which 83, in my mind, I think to myself, 83 is a good age. Like you've had a long life. But the second time I'm like, my mom's only like a little over a decade away from that. That's not nearly long enough. We need these 90s, these hundreds. We need that, what helps you hold on to about $120, 120. That'd be great. I'm like, if vampires were real, I might contemplate it because the thought of not being around anymore kind of sucks. But then again, the thought of drinking blood sucks even more. So there's that. Sorry, I just finished Vampire Diaries a couple days ago. Let me just real quickly, because I don't think I touched on this yet. I was slightly obsessed with Vampire Diaries. At first, my kid was like, Mom, watch this with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not watching this trash. If it's not Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I have literally no interest. And then I watched like an episode or two, and then I was like, I'm a fan of Damon. I like Damon. And then I liked Matt. I never really liked Stefan. I don't know. He seemed like, if you guys have ever watched Vampire Diaries, this will make sense. If you've never seen it, you're like, what the hell is this chick talking about? But Stefan always seemed like the kind that after a while you'd be like, you're too sugary sweet, go away. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like when it's just too much, like it makes you want to just, that's how I felt about Stefan. But Damon, I was like, okay then Damon, do you boo. Anyway. So I watched the last episode of Vampire Diaries maybe a day or two ago, and I bawled all the way through it, literally cried the whole way through it. And now I want to go rewatch the last episode because I feel like I got gypped. I feel like I got gypped in the last episode. I've watched it for 8 seasons, like 22 episodes per season. And the very last episode, it's like they ran out of things to do and just crammed the ending into one episode. And I'm like, ew, I don't love how this happened. But now I have to go watch the originals, which is like afterwards. Anyway, that's not the point. And I forgot why I started talking about, that's why I was talking about vampires, because I'm like, being a vampire might not be that bad if this is what vampirism is like, because like the Vampire Diaries is pretty cool, right? Anyway, not the point. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday, my dudes and dudettes, because I know some of y'all hate being called my dudes, although you're still my dudes, just so you know. I don't have anything fun back here to show you except for this one thing, and I'll show you this one thing in just a second. Today I went to Sam's Club. Have I mentioned how much I don't like Sam's Club? I'm pretty sure I've mentioned to you guys how much I don't like Sam's Club. I miss Costco so much, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like I miss being able to go into a whole warehouse style, whatever, wholesale style. There we go, that's the word. Wholesale style place and get organic somethings, not just fully over-processed trash, which is all they carry at Sam's Club. And if my little Gulf area, panhandle area of Florida can't figure out how to get a Costco in here, I wonder if I could start a petition to bring a Costco in. I bet I could. I know people would sign that thing because Costco is where it's at. Costco is my jam. I love Costco. So anyway, went to Sam's Club today. Still spent $300 because I had to buy dog food and I had to buy toilet paper and paper towels and water. And what else did I get? Some asparagus, even though it's not organic. So I'm a little pissy about that, but it's fine. And then a bunch of other random stuff, razors, because you got to shave your legs. You live in Florida. I'm not patient enough to wax my legs in the summer. In the winter, I don't care. I have pants on. You can't see anything. And if the man complains, kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. But in the summer, I need to be able to wear shorts. Therefore, I can't let the whole leg hair thing grow and then wax it because I am not secure enough, ladies and gentlemen, to walk around with woolly bully legs. It's not an option. For those women who are secure enough to not touch their underarms, not touch their legs, not touch anything, I don't know how you do it. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know how you do it. I don't know if I would feel differently if societal, is that the word? Societal norms weren't, to be all smooth and whatnot. I still think it would bother me just visually, personally for myself. But I see other people do it and I'm like, yeah, girl power, right on, do you, boo? I can't do it for myself though. I don't know. I guess I'm weird. But anyway. So I went to Sam's Club today and that's that. So the man and I went to the beach yesterday and I told you guys about the beach. I told you we went and had breakfast and we went and walked on the beach. But while we were at the beach, I had to use the potty because bladder size of a squirrel's bladder, like freaking tiny, got to pee all the time. And we went to Beasley Park, which is on Okaloosa Island. If anybody ever decides to visit this whole area, go to Okaloosa Island, go to Beasley Park. They have public restrooms because it's a public park kind of thing directly on the beach. And I had to potty. So we went to the bathroom and there was a lady there. Her name is Tara because I asked her name. It'll probably be in the man's video he's putting up later today, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure, of our beach walk and talk and drone because the water was really, really pretty. But when I went to go use the bathroom, I see this little cart set up. She's like, hey, would you like a popsicle? And I was like, no, I don't have cash or whatever. She goes, oh no, they're free. And I was like, excuse me? Free popsicles? I'll take 12. Thank you so much. I only took one. But so I peed and I came back after I washed my hands. Don't be gross. I washed my hands, came back out, and they are with, I'm going to show you guys this because I think it's really cool. This is who they're with. Can y'all read that? You can read that. Y'all know how to read that. It says Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It's all a little out there, little adventures. So when we first moved here a year ago, I was asking around on how do I find stuff for the kid to do in the summer for when we are here or whatever else. I want her to experience Florida as opposed to just the pool at our apartments or just the beach itself. I want to have like experiences. Then of course we left for the whole summer, so we had different kinds of experiences, but they have a thing here. And I'm telling you guys this in case you ever visit this area, whether it's Destin, Fort Walton, Okaloosa Island, Miramar, Santa Rosa, down into Navarre, Pensacola, whatever. They have this thing called Little Adventures. And basically it's a thing that you can sign up for. And they do all kinds of stuff. Little Adventures is never far when you're in Destin, Fort Walton Beach. But I'm going to show you this because this is like the coolest little thing. Look at this. This is for kids. It is for kids, but it lets you, you get to go like explore different things. You can paddleboard. You get to go surf fishing. You can go regular fishing. They have all these fun things for families to do with kids. And I just think it's a great way to get kids outdoors, especially like in the summer, as opposed to video games and TV and cell phones and malls and whatever else. So this thing is really cool. And what is this? Oh, I'm going to show this to you guys too, just so you know. Text beach to 44144 for beach flag updates. Realized yesterday while we were at the beach, there was a yellow flag flying. And I turned to the man and I said, I wonder how many people understand what the flag colors mean, because before we moved here, it never would have occurred to me to look for flags or to understand what they mean. So just throwing it out there for anybody who's planning on going to the beach this summer, make sure you pay attention to the flags that are up. Make sure you know if it's green, yellow, red, double red. If it's double red, just go ahead and go back to your condo or your hotel. You don't want to be there. If it's regular red, you can be on the sand, but you can like touch a toe into the water, but don't go any farther. If it's yellow, please be very, very careful if you go into the water. If it's green, enjoy your life. Live your best life. Have fun. Frolic as far out into the water as you want to. Nothing wrong with it. But what else was I going to tell you? So this morning I took the kid to school and it is the 7th, 8th grade day graduation thingy. And I was not aware, I don't know, because this year has completely flown by. I didn't even think about that, right? And they, when we get to the school, because I drive her to school every morning, there was just cars all over the place. And I'm like, what is happening? And you see all these people dressed up walking and they're standing in line. And I'm like, what is this? And the kid's like, oh, it's 7th and 8th grade graduation. And I was like, oh. And she looks at me and I look at her and I was like, I love you so much, but do I need to be here for this? And she's like, no, I'm not getting any like awards for anything. Cause she's a brilliant child, but she's not getting awards for anything this year. And I was like, okay, cool. Then get out the Jeep, go into class, have fun, behave, yell and scream and stomp and clap for your friends. And then, you know, enjoy the last day, 2 days of school. I told her, I said, if this was 8th grade, it'd be totally, totally different. The whole reason we moved here for 7th grade is because 7th grade to me is like that middle whatever. It doesn't really, there's nothing great about 7th grade. 6th grade, it's your first year of middle school. 8th grade, it's your last year of middle school and you're almost a high schooler. 7th grade, you're the middle child. Like, what are you? You're not the baby and you're not the oldest. You're smack dab in the middle and nobody pays attention to you. I'm pretty sure that's how middle child life works. At least if you ask Jan Brady, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So I was like, I'm not going to this. I love you, but it's not happening. Next year, 8th grade, totally different story. I'll be the first one there, dressed up and screaming, and I'll probably print out her face on one of those little fans and be waving it in the crowd, just embarrass the living piss out of her because that's what loving parents do. That's my thought process on that. So that was that. And then I had to go, I told you I went to Sam's Club, right? So I'm headed towards Sam's Club. And I've got the windows down, I'm listening to music, whatever else. And I'm almost to a point where of like no return towards Sam's Club. And I went, oh crap, I have crap all in the back of the Jeep that I need to drop off. I was supposed to take it to one of the churches or one of the church thrift shops a couple days ago. And I completely forgot to do it. And the only place that was in my path at this point was Goodwill. So I pull into Goodwill and I drive up and I park and I get out of the car. A gentleman walks up and the first thing he says to me is, hey, you look really familiar. Then a chick comes out from a female, a chick, whatever you want to call her, comes out from inside and she's a white chick with a ponytail wearing a blue shirt. And I was like, you're being funny because like we look alike. He's like, no. You look really familiar. He's like, YouTube. And I was like, yes. And I was like, do you know how on YouTube though? Like, I didn't know if he was going to say SquirrelTribe 2.0, Kevin's videos. And he goes, Dollar Tree. And I was like, okay. Because I've been called the Walmart lady by the guy that we ran into in, was it Pensacola? Yeah, Pensacola at the gold store where we went and bought our gold coins. He called me the Walmart lady because he watched me in Walmart videos. This guy calls me Dollar Tree. The couple that we met on the beach one day, Tony and Debbie? Crap, I don't remember their names. Dawn and Tony? Crap, I don't remember the names. And then their son, JR. JR was their son. I'm really bad at names. Met them and they said they watched SquirrelTribe. They didn't specify a certain type of video, just the channel itself and the man. So that was kind of cool. But it's always weird when I'm out somewhere and somebody's like, hey, you're so-and-so. Or I'll walk through Publix and I'll hear somebody behind me go, SquirrelTribe. And I'm like, yes, you know what? It's always a little weird, but it's also really, really freaking cool. But I wonder if it'll ever get to that point where it's like, I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Paparazzi, please go away. I need my bodyguard. I'm kidding. It will never get to that point because that's just weird. But it was just neat. Anyway, so I took stuff to Goodwill and then I went to Sam's Club and now here we are and that's it. I don't really have a ton to talk about today. I mean, I always have something to talk about, but this feels more like a just update on my daily life that some of you are probably gonna be like, I don't give two shits, man. And the rest of you are probably like, man, I like catching up with good old Michelle. This is lovely. So if you guys want to jump in the comments and tell me how your hump day has been, I would love to know. Anybody else going to a kid's graduation kind of thing this week, whether it is from elementary school, from middle school, from high school, if you have a kid or a grandkid who, you know, makes a big deal out of 7th grade, I'd really like to know. Cause my kid was like, I'm just glad it's over. I'm ready for 8th grade. She could have given two craps about 7th grade. She's looking forward to 8th grade and then she's looking forward to high school because for some reason she feels like when she hits high school, she gets to decorate her room more grown up, more differently. And I'm like, you could just decorate your room now. Like you don't have to wait till high school to do the things you want to do decoration wise. I don't understand why we're waiting. But anyway, that's not the point either. So jump in the comments. Let me know how your hump day is going, my dudes and dudettes. And that's it. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I love you immensely. Have a good day. Bye.